we've been in Mexico now for almost 2 months, I think. And the idea is to travel all around the world. So we started in Germany basically 10 months ago. And then we cycled from Germany to Turkey. So we cycled about 4 or 5 months through Europe, 5 months. And then we flew from Turkey to Miami. And then we cycled across the USA from Miami to San Diego. And then we crossed from San Diego down to Tijuana, cycled Baja California in Mexico, and now are crossing the mainland towards Guatemala.
And the plan in the future for the next 2 years is pretty much to cycle all of South America, and then, it gets a bit complicated, either fly or take a transport, but most likely fly to New Zealand, cycle there a bit, maybe also Australia, but then try to get home at some point from Southeast Asia back to Europe.
Do you mind if you display your exact location right now?
Sure. Yeah. We are at the moment we have an Airbnb for 3 nights because we're actually meeting some friends in the city of Teotihuacan, which is just north of Mexico City at some old Aztec pyramids.
Okay, so you are actually in the area of Mexico City, in the capital.
Exactly. Yeah. Pretty close, but not inside. We're in a bit, 60, 70 kilometers north of it. Yeah.
I never been to Mexico for a number of reasons and prejudice for sure. But what is your experience in Mexico? Is it really chaotic?
Well, we haven't been to Mexico City and we won't go there because we already know how it is to cycle into big cities. And no matter how nice a city is, like in the center, it's never nice to cycle into a big city. So we decided to just go around Mexico City, north of it, because we wanted to see the pyramids of Teotihuacan. And then we're going to continue more southeast. So we will avoid the city.
But this has nothing really to do with the fact that we've also, as you said, mentioned prejudice, that we've heard that Mexico City maybe is a dangerous place. Yeah. It's more just because big cities in general are always not so nice for cycling. But our whole impression of Mexico so far, you kind of have to distinguish between Baja California and the mainland of Mexico. Baja California is a lot of desert, and there aren't really a lot of people or places around. And it's a bit like a transition between the USA and mainland Mexico. It's a bit of both worlds, whereas mainland Mexico was quite different than from Baja California, and actually really nice. The people are really friendly.
Very hospitable.
Very hospitable. We've been invited just off the street into people's homes overnight and for dinner and lunch and so on a few times already. And we've only been here on the mainland for like 3 weeks, so far we've had pretty much only fantastic experiences. Mm-hmm.
After Mexico, you're going down south, and then you're going to Guatemala, El Salvador, down to Costa Rica, Panama, and at one point you're going to choose what to do, to pick up the boat and to cross to Colombia, free to Tierra del Fuego. Do you have any plan, or are you just doing your own plan on the way?
Yeah, we actually already made some decisions. So the plan is at the moment to cycle to Guatemala or El Salvador. We don't know yet, but from either one of these countries, we're going to take a bus to Costa Rica, because in the beginning of June, 2 friends of Tobi's will visit us there in Costa Rica, and we'll take a break from cycling for 2 weeks and just explore the country with them. And then we will fly from San Jose in Costa Rica to Bogota, Colombia. And then the plan is to cycle down towards Ushuaia, probably more along the west coast, so the Pacific coast. But yeah, the route in South America is not decided yet.
Yeah, so 10 months on the road, that's the first time 10 months, or you did before some long expedition experience?
No, that's the first.
We actually, the only cycling experience we had before starting on this tour, except for commuting, that's how we were. involved with cycling before, that we both commuted to work by bicycle, was a 2-week test tour we kind of did to get our gear sorted. But this was pretty much a year before we left on this tour. But yeah, that was pretty much the only bigger tour we did.
Yeah, we lived in Salzburg in Austria, right next to the border of Germany. So we started there, cycled a bit also through Germany, but yeah, only like 30 kilometers maybe
in
through Germany. Yeah, and then we started from there, going through Austria a lot.
How many countries then you pass?
Well, we pretty much cycled through the Balkans. So yeah, we started in Austria, went a tiny bit through Germany, then we went to Slovenia and Croatia. Then we pretty much cycled the whole or most of the Croatian coast and some of the islands, which was really nice. Then we went to Montenegro, but it's a small country, so we only pretty much spent 2 days there. Albania, and after Albania we cycled through Greece and pretty much straight through Greece to Athens, right in the south, because my dad actually lives in Athens. He's retired there, and we actually stayed with him for almost over a month, actually. And then from Athens we set off again and cycled pretty much through Turkey, the southeastern coast of Turkey, because we had to cut that route short a bit as well with some buses, because at that point we had booked our flight to Miami from Istanbul. So yeah, cycled a bit through Turkey, and then we flew from Istanbul to Miami.
And Florida, and then from there, how many states? Where you headed, like east, south, or southeast, or where?
Well, the original plan was actually to cycle up the east coast through Canada and then down the west coast again, but for several reasons we decided against that in the end. So we cycled all of Florida, basically up then towards the Gulf Coast. Then we cycled along the Gulf Coast through what was then Alabama, Mississippi, then Louisiana. Then we cycled through Texas.
New Orleans? You went to New Orleans?
Yeah.
We did, yeah. From New Orleans on, we left the coast and went a bit more north, then through Texas, and then we went to
New Mexico,
Utah, a tiny bit through Colorado, but only we were at the Four Corners Monument, so yeah, we cycled like 10 or 20 kilometers to Colorado, and then
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. Before that, we went to the Monument Valley in Arizona, then to the Grand Canyon, and then from Arizona to California. And then, that was crossing the whole U.S. It was 5,500 kilometers or so.
Yeah.
We only hitchhiked for 200 kilometers in Texas after Tobi's bottom bracket broke, and we couldn't cycle.
We were in the middle of nowhere, and the closest bike shop was like 200 kilometers. So yeah, somebody picked us up, and us, and that was the only time we didn't cycle.
Yeah.
Your guitar, Tobi. You make money in the road. You know you can do it, eh?
We do make a little, small amounts of money from busking, actually playing on the road. More so in Europe, because in Europe it was a lot easier to busk, to play on the street, just because you have smaller towns that usually have like a plaza or like a town square where people just are gathered, and if you play there are enough people there to listen to your music. In the US it was difficult, not just because you don't really have these plazas so much, but also because everything is private property, and we actually tried to play there once, but we were sent away after like 10 seconds of playing. And now in Mexico we have done it a bit more again because it has these plazas. But yeah, it's more, the reason we play is more for us and not to really make money from it. Yeah. Most, like, the way we finance our trip is because we worked before and saved some money, and this is how we are living from it. And now, since we have like a tiny bit of side income from busking, but that's negligible, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But now recently, since a few months, our YouTube channel has gone a bit bigger. It's still tiny, but we're starting to make a little bit of money from that and from Patreon. But this is just a little boost for us at the moment, especially to help us make our videos and so on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to meet people, and just busking in general. It's cool because we also record music videos not just on the street when we're playing, but also just for our YouTube channel, for example. It's playing music with different people. It's great. It's just fun, no matter the reason you do it, pretty much. Yeah.
Tobi, do you have your guitar right now with yourself?
Yeah, it's pretty close to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you grab and play something for me, please, and for the global audience?
Okay. 1 second. 1 second.
It's gonna take a few minutes though.
Yeah. As well for you, Louisa, you can talk in German. Can you do that? Say hello to your German people.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what to say. I should talk in German.
Wir können uns halt einfach mal auf Deutsch
Wir können uns auf Deutsch unterhalten, wenn es einfach darum geht, dass man die deutsche Sprache hören soll.
Und später werden unsere Freunde Marlene und Lukas noch ein bisschen Curry kochen und dann werden wir ein leckeres Curry essen und da freuen wir uns schon drauf.
Genau, wir werden den Abend gemütlich verbringen. I think Tobi has to tune his guitar.
Yeah. Okay, Tobi, carry on.
Alright, should I play a song? A short one?
Yeah.
What should I play? Okay. Oh, it's not time to make a change. Just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to go through. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I'm old, but I'm happy. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you found something going on. But take your time, think a lot, or think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. And how can I try to explain? When I do, it turns away again. It's always been the same old story. From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go.
Oh, so wonderful. Thank you very much.
We try to choose songs that reflect kind of our journey and what we're feeling and so on. And actually the songs we kind of that come to our head and that we feel like we want to play, mostly covers. We have written 1 or 2 own songs, but mostly covers. They do change over the time just as well because our feelings change over time and as we grow more and as we learn more while cycling. The thing is, you do meet a lot of people on the road, so most of the interactions you have tend to be, I would have to say, more shallow, just because you just don't get to know somebody so much. But once in a while you do meet people, even if it's only for a short period of time, and you become, you really grow close and become good friends. And that's kind of how it is right now with the friends that are visiting, or that we're here in Mexico, near Mexico City with, because we actually cycled with them. It's another cycling couple. We cycled with them in Turkey for 3 weeks back in November last year, and now for different reasons they also came to Mexico, and it was great that we could meet up again. And it's just really cool.
Yeah, they're from Austria.
They are from Austria, exactly.
Mm.
People are always, especially in smaller towns, really excited to see us, and they have so many questions for us, and it's almost like a big event that we're cycling through this town. That's, I think, also why we've been invited a few times now. Of course, they may not know of or of course maybe no, but not have so much to do with the current crisis like the war in Europe or etc. But then again, they have their own everyday lives to deal with and so on. And yeah, for sure, I think just seeing something so different and often humble, I think that's the cool thing about his bicycle. You seem very humble traveling on a bicycle. I think it's important. And then the other aspect of social media, us trying to distribute a positive vibe and share nice experiences and news of just nice people and hospitality around the world is also important in pulling people out of their thoughts of everyday life or of the crisis in our world and so on. Often we get messages, for example, on social media like, thank you for sharing your adventure, it lightened my day or something, and that of course then really it's really nice feedback to know that people are actually watching this or seeing this in real life or on social media and enjoying and we're helping them.
Yeah, and especially when you play guitar and you sing, this is very important.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy the food in Latin America.
We are.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.